back over the Lake District again. First time in almost 3 weeks. Why do I leave it so long? To be fair, I have been busy the last few weeks, plus the fact the weather hasn't been too clever either. I'm parked there. I'd like to tell you where there is. Not 100% sure, but I think we're about a mile from Ennerdale Bridge. Plenty of offside free parking here. Path starting here, and we are walking around about a quarter of a mile up there. We're looking for a signpost that should say Lank Rigg, which is heading somewhere up there. You can see for that low sun, but through the forest they'll be following the same track, and we'll be diverting off the track after about a mile and a quarter, and up to the first summit of the day, Grike. It's the second one I'm really looking forward to, because I think that is the best views of the day, and we'll be looking down onto Ennerdale Water. It's a little bit blowy. I'm keeping my fingers crossed it's not too bad when we get up there, and we may well send a drone up. Having said that, I've got a brand new phone, so I'm just hoping when I connect it to the drone it doesn't ask for my password, because I can't remember it. I've got it wrote down at home, which will do us absolutely no good whatsoever here. Anyway, we'll find out later on. Let's get cracking. As I tell you something, it's supposed to be going to be quite warm today. At the moment, it's not. I don't know if you can see, there's a guy walking down there, and in the distance, just down there, is a little stone circle, which we may have a look at later on when we get back. And talking about that stone circle, it's got me a bit puzzled, because I've seen a few people call it Kinseyside Stone Circle, but when I looked on the map coming here this morning, the map said Blakeley Raise Stone Circle. So if anybody knows which is actually the correct one, or if they're both known by the same name, let us know. Very interested to find out. Either way, 2.5 hours to get over here. I was about 8 miles away, and all of a sudden I saw this road sign, road ahead closed. So I had to go back on myself and do a massive detour. I'm now going to have to do 6 hours driving. Not only 6 hours driving, we're going to be doing almost a 10-mile walk and climbing 3 fells. And the 3 fells we're climbing today are Grike, Crag Fell, and the final one of the day, the highest one, Lank Rigg. A bit of excitement, especially on the last one, because we will be looking for and hopefully finding some buried treasure. There's an old legend about buried hidden treasure, and I've got a good idea where to find it as well. So come along with us, and let's see how we'll get on. Hopefully you can maybe see a better view of the little stone circle there, just in front of that blue car. There's the beast park down there. Already West Maps is playing up. I mean, fair enough, I have got a new phone. I did look at a couple of videos yesterday when my switch is just as well. Having said that, I thought I'd done these 3. Even though I thought I'd done them, it was a while ago before I started my YouTube channel, so they hadn't been filmed, and I want to film every single one of the Wainwrights. So I came over here, thought, well, I've done them anyway, but at least I'll be able to film them this time. But I watched a couple of videos yesterday and I thought, wait a minute, I haven't done these. I just didn't recognise them at all. I have done something here, somewhere around here, because with a couple of friends, camped over at Water for a couple of nights. We did a bit of climbing over there. There were the climbers then. I just went along for the ride, the laugh, the beers, and just a couple of days out. But on the way back, we stopped, and I thought it was here. But either way, not only have I not done these, I've never filmed them either. So they'll be getting done, and they'll be getting filmed today. About 3 years ago, I did the High Buttermere Fells. Red Pike, High Style, what's the other one called? Either way. And I remember at the time thinking, oh, wait a minute, I've done Red Pike. But I thought, well, I'll do it anyway, because I didn't film it. It was one of the ones that I did with my 2 mates. Again, it was only when we got there, I started climbing it, I thought, I haven't done this. And then I realised there was 2 Red Pikes. One down Westdale and one at Buttermere as well. So thankfully, my mate has sent us a list of all the ones that we have done. So on the way back we did something here. I have to look on the list to see exactly what we did do. We're following this path here and we're going up through the woods. OS Maps is playing up. I cannot see the route that I plotted, but I do know where I'm going. Hopefully. Hey, look at that there. Some wild ponies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. About 10 of them. Oh, hey, what's that car down there, mate? So a very clear path that has taken us over to a fence there into the woods. See the beast still parked down there. Them horses moving off there now because they had congregated around it before. Bit of excitement for them. Either way, they've left it alone, thankfully. Yeah, I think these fells are the furthest west of all the Wainwrights, I think. So yeah, a long journey for me to get over here. So it turned out with the detour and a stop, 2 3/4 hours. So I said I was up at 4 this morning, and the first time this summer I've got up at 4 o'clock and it was dark. Oh God, no. Another 7 months of getting up in the dark. But I could have cried when I saw that detour. Oh man. But we're not going to let it bother us. I must admit it bothered us at the time, and thank goodness I was in the car by myself, because I was not a happy bunny. Now that we've got out, you can feel the sun on your face. As long as I'm on the right path, all good's with the world. So despite the fact OS Map is telling me I'm off course, we're playing that game again, are we? I know I'm on course, because all the videos I've seen of this walk, everybody comes through this gate and does that. I'll tell you something, some really nice Christmas trees here. Imagine that in your front garden, all lit up. Nice to see a little bit of heather still out. Something I always like to see when I'm up on the moors. Yeah, that is nice. Well, this is a decent path, it really is. So far, I'm really enjoying this walk. Yeah, it's been nice walking through these little woods. And my grandson was here with us. We sing his favourite song. Into the woods we go, into the woods we go. He sings that over and over and over again. But yeah, he started school this week, so I hope he's enjoying himself. It's days when you are walking through the woods and you're by yourself that you really miss him. Well, first layer off, walking through these woods, you're getting protected from the wind, so it is actually getting quite warm, to be fair. And that top layer was just a waterproof. Not forecast to rain at all today, but in the lakes it's always better to be prepared. We're just going to follow this track all the way around. At some point we're going to bear left and we'll still go take a climb up to the first summit of the day, Grike. So leaving the woods there now, continuing on the same track. Looks like a gate up there. County Durham this morning, honestly, it was wet. It was dark, but it was wet, it was miserable, it was cold. And yesterday was like that all day, but add in grey and torrential rain as well. It was like winter had started, never mind autumn. But over here, they always say west is best, and today that is definitely right. So we've just come out of there and we're hit with 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this is what I pay 20 quid a year for, OS Maps. Tells us which one to take. Anyway, even though my route hasn't been plotted properly, looking at the map, it looks like that is the way to go. And in the distance, I would suggest that is the summit there. It looks like a little cairn on there. I think there's a shelter there as well, which hopefully we won't need. But when we get to the top of there, I might stop, have a good drink, a little chocolate bar. Had a bit of energy. Well, I've just been following this track up behind us, and I think it sounds like I know what I'm talking about. But I think that's the first one there. a path going up there. Over the top, not too far away, is the second one of the day. And then we've got to drop down and go up there, which I think is called Whoap. Drop down, and I think that's the last one of the day. We're then going to come back at ourselves and walk back through the valley, which should take us back to the road, a bit further on up the road to where the car's parked. So that's what I think. Pointless asking OS Maps, they keep telling me I'm off track all the time. So let's see if I'm right. You can see the path we'll come up from. See the woods over there. This path does continue on, but as I was expecting, there was a turn off. A little stile here, and there's the path going up there. And if we look at OS Maps there, it's still saying you're off course, but it's showing us that turn off there. And if we follow that up there, we've got the first summit of the day, Grike. So jack it off, and a real sense of history going over that little stile there, thinking to myself of all the legends of the Lake District that have climbed over there and put their hands where I put my hands. Alfred Wainwright, Graham Saunders, Dave Austell, Carol Casely, they've all came over there, and now me too. Either way, that's the way we're heading. It's a canny little pull of beer, mate. Did I say see you at the top? That's the way we're heading anyway. See the path? Maybe it's a bit of a better perspective of where we've come from. The stile down there, the path, the forest, and over and down the other side of the forest is where the beast is parked. On a clear day we should be able to see right over into the Irish Sea. A bit murky today. We're going up to the first and the lowest summit today. That's the final one over there, and that's the highest summit. And then we'll be dropping back through that valley. Full sun now, and that wind, oh that wind. Oh, it's getting back up again. Oh yeah, oh yes, bring it on. So from the stile down there, it's brought us up to another stile here. That's where we are. There's the line there, that fence, and this is Grike up here, seeing the cairns there, so it shouldn't be that much further away. So from that stile there, we've got summit and shelter in sight. That wind, oh yeah. It's a lovely cooling wind. Lovely shelter there now. Some scruffy dumped all the gear in there, of course. I'll give you two guesses who that is. Summit behind us. Anyway, let's go and touch the top of that summit of Grike. So first summit of the day, Grike. 488 metres, 1601 feet. Or is that 1 foot? Either way, we're here. I'm going to have a sit in the shelter. I'm going to have a good drink, plenty of fluid, a little chocolate bar, and then we'll be heading on to the second one, the one apparently with the best views. So if you're enjoying what you're seeing so far, remember that subscribe button. Do it now before you forget. So that wind is strong up here. Hopefully you can hear us. But it looks like straight ahead is the next one, Crag Fell. So it looks like drop down and then long climb back up again. You see where we are there, Grike, and that's the next one there. So again, where's maps say I'm off course? Yeah, I'm sat on the top of Grike. Either way, we'll plough on to the next one. I'm not hanging about too much. I just had a chocolate bar, good drink. It's Friday today, so I've got Friday night traffic to drive back in. So it should be a nice long 3-hour drive back. Oh dear, I am not looking forward to that. So just dropped down from there, just behind there was the shelter and the cairn of Grike. We're heading this way, and I don't know if you can see that there. Now I've seen a couple of videos. One person called it a weather station, somebody else called it a radio station. So if you know what it actually is, let us know in a comment. So behind us, I don't know if you can see it there, is that little tower there. So is it the weather tower? Is it the radio tower? It's obviously something. Well, I know it's something, obviously. Not only am I talking to myself there now, I'm arguing with myself. But if you do know what it is, let us know. So it looks like we're following this fence all the way around, all the way to the top. Just drop down, hook that fence, and it's starting to get, yeah, oh God. Can't get out. It's starting to get boggy. Anyway, let's go over this bloody fence first before we completely submerge. Oh God. Same this side. Ooh, I can't get my foot out. Well, it did say it was going to be a boggy walk, and I think worse to come as well. But we'll look forward to that later on. Maybe it's a good time to answer another question. I've got quite a few of them actually, and I think I'll just answer this one because it might go on a bit. Yeah, if you watch my videos, you'll know exactly what I mean. A few people ask the same thing. What's this midweek video you're doing now about food reviews? Well, there was a reason why I've been doing that. I've been getting very frustrated when I haven't been able to get out because of the weather. Now, what can I do? And then suddenly dawned, there's one thing I can do. I enjoy my food, so why not start doing an additional midweek Wednesday 7 o'clock doing food reviews? Because no matter how bad the weather is, I can always get out and go and sit in a nice warm restaurant or bar or fast food, whatever. So I've done about 4 of them there now, and I think I've got another 3 of them already filmed. So if you're interested, I know not everybody is, most people are watching this interested for the hiking, but if you are interested, give them a watch. And a new video goes up every Wednesday at 7 o'clock. I'll tell you something, next Wednesdays I check out Five Guys. If you've ever had one of them burgers, you'll know what I'm talking about. Wow. Well, but I don't want to give too much away, but that's next Wednesday. So that's the reason why I'm doing an additional video. So it's not taking over the hiking videos. That will always be the main focus of this channel. The food videos is just something additional. If I cannot get out because of bad weather, especially over the winter period, I can always get out. I can always film a food review, and that gives me a good excuse to eat all that lovely food as well. So hopefully that's answered that. Any more questions, put them in a comment. Well, there he goes with his 2 dogs. You can see him just down there. Very nice guy. Another local, I had a good chat with him, and I was saying about how muddy it is, and he said it doesn't get any better than this. So this is it all year round. It just gets worse. So maybe he's picked the good best time to come. I'll tell you what's good to see and all. He's got muzzles on his dog, 2 like Labradors, very barky. One had a muzzle on, and the one the muzzle on came bounding up to us, banged into us. But good to see a responsible owner got a muzzle on it, because obviously it must be, maybe it's a bit loud and possibly a bit nippy as well. Now, I've got nothing against dogs before anybody jumps down my throat, but when I was 3-year-old I got attacked by an Alsatian, so I've always been very, very wary around dogs, even though I do like them, to be honest. Just a bit wary. We're getting near the top there now, and that'll be 2 down, and apparently this is the one with the best view of Ennerdale Water. Second summit of the day, Crag Fell, 523 metres, 1715 feet. And check this out for a view. If you can hear us, because it is windy up here, is it not? It is windy. Go right in my face. So hopefully that means you should be able to hear us okay. We're looking down onto Ennerdale Water, and in the distance the big one pillar, which I think was a year, maybe it's even 2 years ago. Me, Eddie Kearsley and Ashley Arnold and his wife, we did pillar from Ennerdale. And I could never understand why I could never find a video from Ennerdale for pillar until we did it. We parked, I think we had a 5-mile walk before we even got to the base of pillar. And it wasn't just pillar we were doing. I think we did 4, I can't remember what they all were there now. But that was a long day. About 13.25 miles. And when you're doing about 4 summits, especially pillar, that was steep. Man, was that steep. I'm having to hold my camera with 2 hands here. Anyway, good drink, bite to eat, and plough on to the last one of the day, the big one. Well, as always, an extended break for lunch, but I'm going to head off there now. That wind's not giving up at all, so there's no chance of sending the drone up. It's far too strong. So I'm heading off over this direction now to the final and the highest summit of the day, and then we'll be dropping back down through the valley and that long lovely drive back home. There is another little summit here which I think offers better views, so I think I'll have a quick walk over there. I take a couple of photographs. Well, we've just come on a very distinct path all the way around here. Final view there, the Ennerdale Valley. I can see the summit cairn and the final one right over in the distance. We need to get round here, which I think this is this Whoap. So it looks like we're going to have to get down there. I can see a wall going there. So I think I'll follow that wall up. And then at some point we've got to turn off for that ridge, round the other side, down and then up. Sounds very easy. Let's hope it is. And we're dropping right down. Put another little stile there, drop right down there to climb all the way back up again. Right over there in the distance. Of course it would be the highest one of the day as well, after it dropped all this way down. But it does look like, according to the map, I'm bang on the track that I want to take. The final one of the day, just nearly broke my neck falling backwards. The final one of the day, it's at Lank Rigg, something like that. I took a step back and there was nothing there. I did slip over slightly, but then nothing. And it reminded me of the time me and Mrs. METALMAN were driving up to Northumberland. I think we were stopping overnight somewhere. I can't remember. But either way, we got halfway up the A1. And I said to Mrs. METALMAN, I shouldn't have had that last cup of tea. What for? I says, I'll need to stop. And no toilets anywhere. So Mrs. METALMAN said, oh, you can't stop here right on the side of the road. When you get to my age, when you've got to go, you've got to go. I pulled into the lay-by and she said, can I go there? There's cars flying past on the A1. I said, there's a little dip down there. I said, I'll just go in there. So I said, it'll be fine. Got out of the car, walked to this dip, just started to go down, and I slipped. It was slightly muddy. As I slipped down, went on my side, my foot got caught in some grass, and I went head first down, but my foot and leg were caught in this grass. Honestly, I thought I broke my leg. I stopped. Thought, oh God, am I all right? Yeah, I am. Oh, thank goodness for that. But I thought to myself, You know, I've stopped here on the roadside, a little lay-by. 3 days previous, I'd been over Westwater and I'd climbed up Scafell Pike. For the people who don't know, England's highest peak. I'd gone up the Mickledore route, which again, if you don't know, compared to the tourist route, it is quite challenging. Went up there by myself, nobody else there. Climbed up there, got the top of Scafell Pike, got all the way back down, 7 hours round trip driving, not a scratch. I then stop on the lay-by on the A1, slip and nearly break my neck. Unbelievable. So I think the moral of this story is you can have an accident anywhere. So you've always got to be on your guard. Right, enough of this rubbish. I'm going to climb this stile and head on over there. Just chuckling about that time on the A1. Yeah, I was lucky that day. I've been lucky a few days, to be honest. That's what always worries Mrs. Metalman. She's one of these days. Yeah. Either way. Yeah, I was just chuckling myself. She was sat in the car. And when I told her, so I'm going to have to go in that little ditch there. So she sat there with her hands over her face. I said, what are you doing that for? She said, I don't want anybody to recognise us. I don't care what they say of you, but I don't recognise my face. Your car's zooming past 70 miles an hour. But the funny thing was, when I'd done Scafell Pike, it wasn't a warm day, but it was a t-shirt day when you were walking. But about 3 days later, when we had this night booked in Northumberland, the weather had changed and it got cold. It got really cold. So I had a laugh when she said, I don't care what they say of you. I thought, God, in this cold, if they say anything of me, honestly, it wouldn't have been worth seeing, because it was cold. Right, so we're following the path down, and there's that little wall there, and then we'll be heading over there. Yeah, talking about Mrs. Metalman, I nearly did something daft this morning, again, when I came out. Last thing she said to us, when you get up this morning, I've got a couple of charity bags, can you lift them on the doorstep before you go out? Which is exactly what I did. So I came down, got my bag, got all my stuff. I put my GoPro down the stairs. I think you can see where this is going. Opened the front door, put the two charity bags out on the front step, lifted my bag up, shut the door, locked the door, got in the car. So just as I got in the car, I thought, right, keys, phone, wallet, GoPro. Where the hell's my GoPro? Went back in the house. Sure enough, there it was, sat on the stairs. I thought, oh no, not again. If I'd done that, that would have been a third time if I'd done that. So thank goodness I remembered it, because I said it's almost 6 hours driving round trip to get here. If I forgot my GoPro, I would have been crying my eyes out. I mean, I still would have done them, because come all the way, I had to. If I couldn't have filmed it. Anyway, my fault. 2 minutes ago I stood having a chat with a guy and his dog, and we're going the same place I'm going, and already he's out of sight. He said, I'll see you at the top. I thought, I've very much doubt it. He must be halfway home by the time I get to the top. It looks like there's a path going there following that wall, but there's also a path here. Initially I was going to follow the wall. I think I'm going to follow this path here. It looks like a bit of a shortcut to get to that summit, which is not a Wainwright, Whoap, and then see how we'll go from there. Maybe shortcuts. So we've got to drop down. I'm hoping that's a stile down there, and we'll have to find a way up there. I was hoping there's going to be a little stile there, and it's not. Fence there, and I don't fancy jumping over there, give myself a mischief. So sorry, I'm going to go back. See, this is what happens when you take a shortcut. So never divert from the plan. So back at this gate I was at about 15 minutes ago, and just where this young lady's coming down, that's the way I should have went. So I don't know if you see that young lass down there. Yeah, what a canny lass she was. We just had about a good 10, if not 15-minute chat. She told me all about the benefits of Strava, which I'm definitely going to have to look into when I get back home. But what a lovely lass. Hey, she was brilliant. Really nice of her to chat to an old bloke like me as well, but also she insisted on showing us Strava on her phone and the benefits, so I'll be looking into that when I get back. Either way, if you do see this, it was very nice to have met you. So we're getting the summit of that Whoap there now, and the wind's got up again, thank goodness, because it was getting very warm there before. But from here we can see number 1, number 2, and over there right in the top there, number 3, the highest one. That looks like canny pull mines. Either way, it's got to be done. Anyway, I'm just going to take it easy there now. I was trying at first to not have too many breaks, to go as fast as I could, try and beat the Friday afternoon traffic, but get back. It's not going to happen there now. So I'm just going to take my time, and maybe by going later it might work out better for us. Anyway, fingers crossed for that. So still dropping down, miles away, thinking of all sorts, and all of a sudden this guy came past us. Are you alright? I need a heart attack. Anyway, quick chat to him, canny lad. So once we drop right the way down and climb all the way up, we then got to turn round and drop all the way back down again, because somewhere in that dip is a path back. I can see it down there, going away all the way around the valley, and that long walk back. Now this is our path back through the valley. Before that, I climb all the way up there, then turn round and come all the way back again. It is very tempting just to go straight down there. Nah, can I do it? Can I do it? Gotta do it. Well, another 5-minute chat. He was the guy that I met about 45 minutes ago, and he was going to cut across this shortcut, and I said to him, I says, well, I'm going next to the wall. Did I follow my own plan? No. I went for the shortcut, and then the shortcut stopped. But I did see him on the path that I'd suggested he took. I just talked to him there. Actually, he took the same shortcut as me, and exactly the same as me, he had to turn back. He said, I wish I'd listened to you. I thought, God, yeah, I wish I'd listened to me and all. That final push. And then it's downhill all the way. It's bloody brutal, this mind. Whoa. So summit in sight. Hallelujah. I got steeper and steeper the higher you got up. Thankfully, to the 150 yards. Oh, so third and final and highest one of the day. Lank Rigg, 541 metres, 1775 feet. And we started from way back over there, and we climbed up the first one, second one, dropped all the way down, climbed up, down, up. It's going to be down all the way now. Now, one thing I did promise you, buried treasure. Now, there may well be some down here. Let's have a look. Well, I can't see any. Now I know for a fact legendary fell walker Alfred Wainwright left some money under there in the mid-60s for somebody else to find, and maybe he's had two. But I watched a video yesterday. Eddie Kearsley, he was up here and he said he left something. He said he did anyway. I'm sure he did. Anyway, whatever he's left's gone, so I'm gonna have to leave something. Gold doubloons. Look at that. So if you come up here and you find them, so let us know. I mean, they're not real gold doubloons, but a bit of fun, especially if a little kid comes up here and finds them. That split second when he first sees them. and thinks it possibly is the real thing. Anyway, I'm going to have a good break up here. I must admit I'm tired. Pointless trying to rush back to the car there now. We've got that long walk back through the valley and that even longer drive back. So it looks like there's another summit point over there. We've got somebody coming up here, so I'll leave this for them and I'll head off over there. Either way, I'm having a long break there now. Yeah, it's really nice up here. So, time for a long break, I think. Bumped into that guy there, a really nice lad he was, dead canny. And we must have talked for about a good half an hour. So walk back, drop back down, and with this point here, where he's going up and back around there, well, I'm dropping down here through the valley. But yeah, it was nice to talk to him, have a good chat. And I say I'm not rushing, I don't want to get stuck in Friday night traffic. So I'm just going to take my time and really enjoy the rest of the day. Now I've seen a few people start this and say, right, it's a long walk back. You see them go through a stream, but that's about it. So whether it's not very interesting or whatever, I don't know. In this valley, there's not a breath of wind. And that sun is bearing down. I've only got that left to drink, so I'll have to be careful with that. Whew. Well, is that a stop? Put some factor 50 on because that sun is there warm. I'm not complaining about it, but I should have put some cream on before. The wind was masking the heat there before, but once you're in the valley, no wind, so you can feel that heat. So again, so I'm up there, drop down there, and just see that little V there, and that's the way we've walking down through this path, and that's the way we're heading there. So I always try and give people as much detailed information as I can. Then if you want to, you can decide whether this is a walk for you or not. To be fair, I've really enjoyed this. Didn't enjoy the drive over, and I'm dreading the drive back, but the walk itself has been great. Yeah, I'm starting to blow a bit there now. Weather's been fantastic. If you could have seen it yesterday over in County Durham, honestly, Mrs. Metalman was very tempted to put the heating on. It was that bad. It was dull, it was wet, it was grey, it was miserable, and it was like that all day. So thankfully we're a day like this today. We'll need to be over here, straight across, I think. And this is where two poles hopefully will come in very useful. Yes, very useful indeed. 4 legs are better than 2. Well, I can understand why not many people film much of this walk back. Once you get down from that ridge, it is quite a flat walk, like actually, but it's flat. There's wet bits, there's boggy bits, there's crossing streams. Basically, it's just head down and one foot in front of the other all the time. Never seen anybody, never seen a soul since I left that guy where I turned off. But reassuringly, I've seen plenty of footprints. But yeah, really sort of cheesed off with the West maps. Normally I can see exactly where I am, how far I've got to go back. So yeah, I'll definitely be looking at Strava when I get back. If I get back. When he went past there, I was hoping he was going to say, do you want a lift? Anyway, he didn't. We should be getting quite close to the road there now. Surely, well, I tell you something, this has been a long walk back, has it not? Oh, the road. At last. That was a long walk back. God blimey. So on the road, take a right and just walk until we hit the base. I don't know how far it is away. But I'll tell you something, if you've stuck it this far, thank you very much, really is appreciated. And if you have, you're part of a very, very small and select group. So a bit of road walking there now. I don't even see that glow over there. Well, that's the Irish Sea or not. Either that or the glow from Sellafield. Whew. I'll tell you something, that road walk has been longer than I was expecting as well. A lot longer. When I saw that road, I thought, couple hundred yards down. No, I've walked best part of a mile, I must have. I was just starting to think, hey, what's going on here? I am going the right way. And there's the gorgeous sign of the beast. Oh, here. And funny enough, that's where we went up this morning, and there's them wild ponies again. Can you see them? I'll try and zoom it if I can. Yeah, it's strange, I saw them walking past the car this morning. Hopefully they walk past it, not over it. There's no hoof prints on the roof when I get there. But I'll tell you something, what a lovely sight to see the beast. God knows how many miles I've done. Now I did say when I got back I would have a walk over that stone circle. I'm too tired. So if you enjoyed the video, really would appreciate big thumbs up. If you want to see more days out like this, click on that subscribe button. If you want to see more hiking the Lake District, climbing the Wainwrights, hiking in Northumberland, North York Moors, Yorkshire Dales, click on that subscribe button. If you want to see some hotel reviews, castle reviews, festival reviews, click on that subscribe button. If you're bored on a Wednesday night at 7 o'clock and you want to see some food reviews, click on that subscribe button, because every Wednesday at 7 o'clock a brand new one will be put up. I'll tell you something, it won't be too long before I'm back out again. Cheers.